like, inspired by anime, which was kind of weird. Like, they weren't anime stories, they were just inspired by anime. What am I doing? I'm, like, drawing on, like, 5 different layers right now. I don't like how this is turning out, guys. Oh my god. Like, I remember, this is, like, the most tragic story ever. I would stay up until, like, 3 in the morning. I would take my, my mom's old shitty, like, Toshiba laptop, and I would open Microsoft Word. For some reason, when I was a kid, I, like, loved Microsoft Word. I thought it was the coolest shit ever, that I could, like, type things up and then change the color and change the spacing. Like, I would try to make it, like, look as pretty as possible. So I would, like, go into Word and I would type up this story I had, and it was very much inspired by the shoujo anime I was watching at the time, right? And it was, like, there I forget what her name was. But, of course, because, you know, early 2010s anime, she had cat ears. She was a neko for no reason. There was no rhyme or she just did, and she had a little bell collar, because of course she did. And then there was a love triangle between her and her childhood friend and a foreign exchange student from England. I'm remembering this as I'm saying it. And then there were these sidekicks that were twins. Oh my god, was it just Ouran High School Host Club? And yeah, I remember writing this, like, really dramatic story where, like, she got hit by a car when she was little and she, like, lost her memory, and then she started, like, she was, like, friends with her friend when they were little, and he had a crush on her. Then she lost her memory and it was all his fault, and now she was falling in love with the foreign exchange student. Yeah. I was very young when I wrote this. But yeah, I used to write that on my mom's laptop, and then her laptop broke and I lost all of it, and I wish I had it. Because I used to write a lot when I was a kid. I used to write a lot of stories. And I ended up actually, the thing is, I ended up actually turning that into a manga. I ended up drawing a whole comic of it, and it wasn't long, but it definitely was like a fat stack of printer paper, because that was what I had at the time. I didn't have a sketchbook. You don't write anymore? I try, but I have a hard time. Like, when I was a kid, I would just think of a scene and I would just write it down, right? And it wasn't hard for me. I think I have a hard time now because I kind of want to think about it, like, beginning, middle, end, as, like, a whole thing. And, like, I have several ideas for stories and for comics, because I've been told that my, like, style, lends itself well to comics, but I don't know, I just never put them on paper, and I really should. What if I get amnesia, like my anime OC? I remember that, you know what, she would have done great as a VTuber, because what I remember about her is that she had, neon, I think I called it, like, neon raspberry hair with navy blue streaks. And she had cat ears, and, yeah. She definitely had a Japanese name, and I, like, called everybody in the story, like, you know... Oh, I think the foreign exchange student's name was, like, Alan, I remember. And they called him, like, Alan Kun. I was probably, like, 9 or 10 when I wrote this. I had probably only seen, like, Sailor Moon, Save Me Lollipop, Mermaid Melody... this face is turning out okay. It's not my favorite, but it's fun, I guess. I lied, I don't like it. Alan Kun, yeah. I feel like a lot of the creativity I had as a kid, it's kind of hard to find that as an adult. Because I mentioned at the, like, beginning of the stream, I don't really make OCs that much anymore. I used to have tons of OCs. I was never, like, a self-insert girly. I know a lot of people, like, loved having self-inserts, and, what's it called? They loved, like, if there was, like, Sonic, they would draw themselves in Sonic. I wasn't that kind of person. But I definitely made, like, my own creepypastas. Which ship was Endgame, though? What, in my manga that I made? Or, like, what was my OTP? I will say, I do have extensive experience writing fanfiction. Your manga? In my manga, she ended up with her childhood best friend. Because Alan ended up being a dick. Alan Kun. Alan Kun, how could you? I dropped my nib again. I think my pen is broken. I think that's my issue. Hold on, let's use my other pen. It comes in this, like, weird holder? Like, they gave me, like, a really weird holder for this. Is it stuck? Oh, I got it. Well, this pen's definitely newer than my other pen. I don't think I've used this pen before. Maybe it's time to retire this other one. Oh my goodness. It, like, feels different. Interesting. Do I just take this pose and make a new drawing? Because I'm really having trouble with this sketch. I have no idea why. This sketch in particular is giving me a lot of stress and a lot of trouble. I don't know. I don't know. Screw it. We're gonna make a new one. What should I draw? I'm gonna draw me. But what should I be doing? Is the question. Maybe I'll draw me drawing so that next art stream I have a thumbnail. Genius! Have you seen my genius, genius, genius? Okay, we're gonna start off by sketching it. I'm actually trying to get away from starting sketches with a circle for, like, the head. Because I used, rectangles for a while. And that worked really well for me. But I don't know why. I took a little break from drawing, like a 1-year break, because I was, like, really depressed. And then I got back into it, and I feel like I just slipped back into old habits. Let's try again with, like, using the rectangle. You're supposed to use, like, well, not supposed to, but if you're using a rectangle for the face, you're supposed to, like, it's the idea is planning out the planes of the face. 1 year it was a very, very long break. I actually took, I feel like I took 2 years off of life. I didn't do anything for, like, 2 years. Which I might talk about in a future stream. It's a lot of mental health stuff that is kind of bumming and sad. But basically, I took a break from doing, like, anything for, like, 2 years. I was in school, but I don't know. It was a very despairing time, guys. We good now, though. Okay. Should I look up... I need a pose for this. It's gonna be me drawing. I also need to stop starting with the head. I feel like that is where a lot of... when I took portfolio classes before, that was something that we literally, because we had to show what we were doing while we were doing our exercises, and when we were doing life studies, the teachers would literally yell at us if we started with the head. So I need to, like, break out of that habit again, too. I just definitely slipped into, like, oh, you start with the head, and then you do the body. Do you make an outline of the entire body first? Not really an outline. It's like a, kind of like a wireframe. I like to start with a very messy gesture and then go in with the anatomy. Like, you like find like certain points on the body where you want things to go, if that makes sense. Like, this is where the shoulders are, or the angle of the shoulders, and then you find the angle of the pelvis, and you find where it is, and stuff like that. I used to be able to do it so fast when I was like actively studying. What am I doing? I need a Pinterest account. Oh, I have my phone right here. I'll just do it on my phone. Proportions is very hard. Some people have very long parts. That is true. That is true. A very powerful thing my art teacher told me one time. I was painting Walt Disney, which, I know he's not a great person. But for some reason, I was like, I was painting Walt Disney for class. And, I was like, my teacher came over, she was like, oh, hey, how you doing, Vera? And I was like, I'm good. Walt Disney has a very big forehead. And I was like, it looks weird, it looks off. And then she took a look at like my reference picture and then a look at my actual painting, and she was like, don't judge people. And then she walked away. So, and now looking back, it does look just like the reference. I did a really good job with that painting. She said, our job as artists is not to judge people for what they look like. She was a really great teacher. Okay, I'm gonna find a reference pictures. Guys, don't shy away from references. Drawing. Well, drawing reference might not be the best thing to search. Because drawing reference. Let's do like writing reference. And then we'll just make it a drawing. Yeah, she's not wrong. Okay, so I want... Should I wear a little beret? I don't think I've ever drawn myself in, like, casual clothes. I think I tried one time and it just wasn't right. It just wasn't right. It's really hard to make the big hands look good in casual clothes, you know? I want this to be kind of at an angle. Also, pretty much everything you do in art can be broken down into basic shapes. This is like a very fundamental concept, but I feel like a lot of people neglect to follow it. I want the tablet here. Oh, shit. Okay. I wish you guys could see what I'm doing. I'm kind of... Hi, Karma. I'm kind of, again, weird about art streams because I have never done them really before. Let's draw like a little thumbs up. Weirdly for having big hands, you still look right. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's the outfit, probably. You don't draw on stream? I try to keep them separate. Which is, I don't know, it's a little bit weird. Like, you know, if you have the talent, why not use it for your content? But I don't know. It's when you take two hobbies and try to like combine them, I feel like you can lose. When you get burnout from one, you get burnout from the other. Because I did that for a while where I would like draw all of my thumbnails and stuff, and I did so much art for streaming stuff that I never had time to do art for myself. And so one day I was just kind of like, I'm done with this. I'm not doing art for anything when it comes to streaming. This head's too big. I know it's anime, but guys, we gotta be a little bit realistic here. I love you, Clip Studio Paint. Don't ever change. Don't ever force me to pay for a subscription like Adobe. Realistic how? Realistic with massive hands, guys. Massive, massive, massive. It'd be really cool though once like we can stream on YouTube and stuff to do like, I don't know, like maybe art class streams. I know Lily Peachy's done that before, so it's not like an original concept. But like, have you guys share what you're working on? Or even if you're not working on anything, I could teach you guys how to draw like Valorant characters or something. I don't know. Oh my god, I saw this TikTok earlier of this guy explaining finances in Valorant terms. He was like, Jet puts her credits in a high yield savings account. Meanwhile, Reina invests her credits. And the bad thing is, the worst thing about it is, I was actually like, oh, naruhodo. I was like, I see. It was very funny. I do you draw more Western comic book art? I have done more Western comic book art. I feel like when I draw with line art, it's very much more comic book-esque. And I feel like, because I imply a lot of things instead of actually drawing them, right? You imply things with like use of shadows or colors. I don't like line arting, so my line art process is very fast and loose, and I've been told by some my old art professors that I have a very good comic style. Thank you, Rosalie. Have fun at work. Thank you. But I mainly do more like illustration, like Western illustration type things. One day I would really like to work for like maybe do work similar to like Riot Games, like League of Legends splash art. And guys, I hate League of Legends too, but but the art is so good. I definitely want to do stuff like that. Not there yet. Their artists are actually insane with how good they are. But one day. My art has improved so much, even though I haven't been practicing in the past couple years as much. And I'm excited to improve more. Hi, Felix. Hello. I might honestly change up the lurker friendly thing. I mean, like, I am lurker friendly for sure. But I might start greeting people. Definitely, it's starting to feel a little bit rude when people come in and I don't say hi. But I also don't want to take away that, you know, if anybody likes it, I don't want to take it away if people feel safer. I really don't like going into people's streams and then they're like, hi, Vera. I'm like, don't look at me. You know, we're gonna have my hair up in a ponytail for this. This pose I'm working with does not bode well for having hair down. Should it be a messy bun? No, it's just gonna be a ponytail. Don't get ahead of yourself, Vera. I would love to have like a workout outfit one day with like a ponytail and little like I mean, I guess I kind of am in a workout outfit. Do you have a favorite Nexus model? Mine. Odet's is really pretty. I think Odet's probably. Especially when it comes to the actual art style of it. I like when artists put their own spin on things. Because I feel like people a lot of people think like VTuber art has to look like one certain way. I actually didn't hate Iris's first model that she had. I understand why they changed it, for sure. Yes, her look is very unique and very cute, and her theming is adorable, too. I definitely want a more civilian outfit. I do like the stuff I've got going on, but, I don't know, especially for, like, chill streams. Feels kind of weird. And I'm not going to be super energetic for every single stream. I know that's kind of shocking. I feel like most of my streams have been really chill lately, which I promise will go back to more chaotic streams once I'm less busy. Probably next week. I'll probably just do more general Zatsu streams next week. I feel like that's when I can be, like, my most, creative. Or, I don't know, most authentic, I don't know. But they're also, you know, having to get people in here. I don't know if I like how this is turning out, guys. I'm just sketching right now. But, I mentioned at the beginning of stream, I usually sketch, traditionally. So sketching digitally kind of sucks for me. We're gonna do, like, a very casual outfit. This kind of looks like a baller outfit. I was going for, like, t-shirt and overalls vibes. I want to make this more expressive. I'm doing a kind of, like pouty expression, like focusing on the art. That's what I'm going for with this art right now. This piece. Oh my god, I'm listening to ABBA right now. I fucking love ABBA. Sorry, I'll answer chat in a second. I'm in the zone right now. I did consider just doing homework on stream today, because I do have so much homework due tonight. But thankfully, my in-person classes are finished. So, my other classes, the stuff is due at 6 in the morning. So, I will just stay up and work on it at 6 in the morning. Yay! For procrastination! I should not have taken 3 classes this semester. It was a really stupid idea. This is nice, though. I haven't gotten a chance to draw. Like, just sit down and draw for 2 hours in a hot second. I feel like I draw for, like, 10 minutes, and then I put it down and go somewhere else. I have been sketching in my sketchbook more lately, though. Oh, this is cute. Okay, okay. I like how this is going so far. Yeah, Iris's first look was... It did clash with the rest of Halloween. Yeah, she did look kind of weird among the rest of them. What don't I like about what? What was I even saying? I don't know. This is why I need to read chat more. Hehehe. Alright. I don't know. These streams, I wish you guys could see them. I feel like I'd be a lot more inclined to do art streams if you guys could see what I was doing. I feel like once we're released onto YouTube, it'll probably be something that I do, what am I saying? This is another issue. I can't do anything. I can't do anything and talk. Art streams, I feel like I'm so focused on what I'm doing. And the homework streams recently that I tried to do too. I kind of just yapped the whole time and didn't get any work done. I feel like I have to do one or the other. Which is weird, because I'm, like, really good at doing, like, game commentary. Oh, VOD of her drawing streams was a good idea. Yeah, I think Charlie did that too. But I don't... I don't know if I have the space. Also, my VODs channel is, for some reason, being really freaking weird. I have VODs that I need to upload, but I can't upload them. I need to double check my... Oh, Jesus. Double check my thing. Oh, you know that storm I was talking about, guys? You know that storm I was talking about? I'm putting my other AirPod in. The storm, it's been kind of manageable all night. I'm very scared of thunderstorms. I get like a nervous chihuahua. Normally I can tough it out a little bit. Hold on. I like stalk the weather radar, and it didn't look like it was gonna hit me for a while. I was wrong. Oh, this is great. This is great. It's gonna be going on all night. It'll pass. I know. I really don't like storms. And I was supposed to go to the beach this weekend, and I can't go to the beach anymore because it's gonna rain. I'm so sad. But anyways, maybe I will be able to do some streams this weekend. Who knows? I know my streams have been short and, kind of discombobulated lately. Which sucks, because you guys don't really know me, and you're getting to know me for the first time, and I feel like I've maybe left a really shitty impression. If I'm gonna be really honest. I feel like I've not done a good job at showing who I am as a creator through my streams. Or any of my content on here, honestly. If we're just gonna be for realsies right now. This neck is too long. I don't feel like fixing it though, so I'm just gonna have a long neck. Oh yeah, I've been to beaches on raining days. They suck. Oh, also, you were talking about not being energetic on streams. Yeah, I'm not used to doing chill streams, so I feel like I am not doing a good job. When there's something to be said about, you know, chill streamers, but I always have been more of a high energy streamer. It's just we happen to debut when I have absolutely zero energy because of IRL stuff, and it's like, I don't know, I don't want to disappoint anybody. I think that corpo, but I don't know, guys. I know Nexus is a corpo, but it doesn't feel full corpo, you know? But especially being corpo, it's like you've got people that have invested money into you and have invested time into you, and it feels kind of bad when you feel like you're letting them down, you know? So I definitely, I don't know what I have to do, honestly, to make myself feel more confident in what I'm doing. Because I know that they'll understand. We are in academia, but, yeah, Nexus is a weird corpo for sure. It's definitely, it's weird. I feel like it falls on a weird, like, line of corpo and indie, and because we don't get individualized support, right? Most of the support we get is the support everybody gets, and it's like, it's not tailor-made to our content. which is fine, right? I can survive without management. I've done it. But there's definitely like a pressure to succeed and to stand out, and it's pretty hard to be for realsies, especially when I don't feel like I'm making the content that I wanted to make here. But I'm like, oh, I need to I need to remember that I'm going through stuff right now. I'm doing stuff IRL, and I can't, you know, put that much pressure on myself, or else my streams are gonna suffer for it too. I do like streaming. I do like making content. I want to make videos soon. I have video ideas. I need to script them and record them. I might make more of those like animatic type videos. I think those are really fun. I think, actually, I was thinking about, I don't know if you guys caught Menhera Monday last week, but I was thinking about, animating, or not animating, but like, you know, drawing out, Mocha's story about how they were guarding the public restroom for their friend, so their friends could, like, get it on. I might turn that into an animatic and post it. I think that'd be funny. But yeah, I agree. I feel like people, if you're a VTuber or a, well, okay, because I think there's, if you're a VTuber, you should make content. I feel like making content and streaming are two different things. I feel like you can be a good streamer and not a good content creator, and vice versa. Because a lot of people end up streaming and then don't make content from their streams, or relating to their streams, or telling people to go into their streams. But they could be the best streamer ever, and maybe they just don't want to create content. But I feel like you're not really a content creator if you're just like strictly a streamer, you know? We're supposed to be mostly streamers here at Nexus, but I'm more content focused, honestly. I will do the streams, but for me, what I get the most proud of is making videos. Streams are really a good way to like find content to like to make videos, you know? They stream nonstop, but they don't do short form content. I feel like even just doing some kind of short form content, even if it's like 1 or 2 shorts a month. I haven't had time to make short form content. Short form content is like, if you don't like TikTok, which I feel like a lot of popular VTubers don't like TikTok because they're older, which is fine. I know a couple people in Nexus who refuse to get TikTok, which is completely fine. But I understand why people might be like, don't want to do short form content. Streaming is good, right? I'm not gonna say streaming is bad, or you're never gonna grow if you only stream. But it's very hard to grow if all you're doing is streaming, you know? It's a weird balance. And I feel like, especially in Nexus, and I'm not gonna say everybody has to make content on the side, but that's kind of why I have been doing it, is because we don't get really advertising, or, you know, we don't get the numbers that people inherently get for being in a corpo. We don't get that. So I think I got like maybe 100 followers from just being in Nexus. And then the rest of it, I kind of had to just, you know. Which is fine. It's about what I expected. Okay, this sketch is turning out kind of cute, not gonna lie. We're gonna make this tablet say art stream. Okay, this is cute. This is cute. I think you guys will like this. It's just gonna be really basic. We will do more of like a comic style here, I think. Oh, you know what I was like really worried about? You know what's like kind of like my cardinal sin of being a superhero VTuber? I don't know shit about comics other than like creating comics. I don't read Marvel or watch Marvel. See My Hero. Okay, we're gonna use this. I love this brush because it's very much like a comic brush, but the pressure sensitivity is crazy. I have to like press very lightly, or else the lines get very thick, which is good for line weight variation, which is a very important thing with comics. But oh my god, this freaking storm, guys! I'm gonna. Oh my god. This is awful. This is horrible. Comic books nowadays suck. I've heard that, yeah. I do like graphic novels. I really like, I don't know if you guys know, there's a D&D podcast. I really like the McElroy brothers as creators. They're a group of brothers that do podcasts. And I'm not really a huge podcast person. Like, I have a lot of podcasts that I do listen to, but I don't keep up with them, like, every week, you know? I listen to them when I get bored or when I'm drawing or when I'm doing schoolwork. But the McElroy brothers, they're, like, probably the first podcasters I ever listened to. And they have a D&D podcast, which I'm not into D&D either. But I listened to the first campaign they did. And their D&D podcast is called The Adventure Zone. It was actually like a really good story. It was actually a really, really good podcast and a really good story. And it made me want to get into D&D, and then I played like one time. And I did not like it, so... Yeah, not gonna do that again. Sorry, Oz. Maybe I'll join the Nexas D&D campaign. I don't know. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. This line art is too thick. I don't like it. I'm starting over. Anyways, where I'm going with that is they have a graphic novel that is really good and I really like. The Adventure Zone has a really good graphic novel. And I also love the Overwatch comics. Hot take? I don't know. Overwatch makes more fucking content outside of their game than in their game. And they make better content outside their game than in their game, too. Bro, Overwatch. First of all, hire me. Second of all, what are you doing? I do like hero shooters, though. I feel like that's, like, the most thing I know about other superheroes is, hero shooters. I like Overwatch. I like Valorant. Apex is, not as much Apex. The main thing I like, one of my biggest gripes, and I've made a short about this before, is when you like present yourself on the internet, right? People have like opinions of what you should know and what you should do. And so every time I mention that like I like XYZ game or XYZ hobby, there's always people who are like, well, what about this? How come you don't know about this? It's like, okay, maybe I'm not into it, like it that much. I don't know. And then I talked about this before, actually, because I remember mentioning a lot of people said it was the tism. That people, that's why people get so upset about it. But it's like, sometimes, honestly, and this is from my prior experience, right? When I stream, it's really hard for me to want to talk about my hobbies and stuff because I get really tired of people acting like they're better than me because I know like certain things. Like I give the example of like the Mario Kart meta, which is that's one I've experienced a couple times. of people complaining about, oh, you play Mario Kart, how come you don't know about the meta? How come you enjoy the game casually, you know? And that's also the kind of the vibe I get with, like, Overwatch. When I talk about Overwatch, when I talk about anime, especially. This is why I don't really talk about anime. I really hate the sentiment that, like... I think that if you've watched more than, like, 5 anime, you can call yourself an anime fan. Which, I don't know, maybe some people will think that's crazy. But there's a difference between, like, being an anime fan and being, like, an otaku, I guess. Or being, like, a hardcore anime fan. You can keep up with things and not be, like, a super fan. But I don't know, I've been called, like, a normie and stuff. And it's like, it doesn't affect me that much, where I'm like, I'm never gonna stream again! Okay, here's my vector eraser, thank God. But it does get really annoying. Which is why I don't really talk about my hobbies. But I have noticed whenever I do talk about art, which is not often, people are usually very nice about it. And I'm like, that's a change from, you know, whenever I talk about video games and people are like, your favorite game is Zelda Majora's Mask? Name every single mask. You like video games? Name every single video game ever. You like anime, but you haven't seen this anime? Oh my god. Oh my god. How dare you? It's like, personally, I don't think not having a life is something to flex about. Personally. And not saying that everybody who's like an anime superfan doesn't have a life, right? You can have a life and still watch a ton of anime. If that's what you choose to spend your time doing, then that's fine. But I feel like, don't exclude people from your community just because maybe they're not as knowledgeable as you. I don't know, I feel very much like an outsider sometimes. It's like, oh, just watch more anime, just play more of this game, just, you know, hyperfixate on it. And it's like, guys, I'm not that strong. My power level isn't there yet, guys. This pen isn't giving me the line weight variation I was dreaming of, so I have to go in and do it myself. Every time I do line art, everything that looks way worse. I hate line art so much. It's gross. I mean, I could do, like, a lineless style for this, I guess. Yeah, I really don't like people who are, like, elitist about this stuff. Fake fans, the one who destroy hobbies, are a real thing. Maybe, I guess. I can see where you come from with that. I understand getting defensive over things. Especially because... Maybe this will come off wrong. VTubing is a very neurodiverse space. I don't feel like it's controversial to say that. And people tend to get very defensive over their hyperfixations. And maybe I just don't realize that I'm, like, offending people when I say that I'm a fan of something and I'm not as big of a fan as they thought. But it does really feel like filthy casual, ew. And it's like, I don't know. I feel very much like an outsider. But that's why it's important to know when to unplug and go outside and touch grass. And engage in hobbies that are for you and just you. Like, I like reading. I do really like reading. And I don't talk about reading, ever. Because it's my hobby. And also, I don't want people to ruin it for me. I don't want people to be like, oh my god, you like reading, name every book. You like reading? How come you don't know this author, right? I like reading, but I like reading whatever catches my eye, right? I do read the classics. I have been reading classics more lately, but yeah, that's why I don't want to get involved with the book talk community. They're also freaks. You guys seen book talk? Book talk is like the side of TikTok where they have been recommending books to everybody, and then people found out that like all of these books people are recommending are literally just like freaky shit. Because they market it as just like a cute romance. But no, it's like 90% smut. And it's like, oh, so the 30-year-olds are getting it on. I actually had a teacher in high school who, when you looked up her name on Google, the first thing that would come up was her Amazon review page. And she would review just straight up smut. And she would review it like publicly, and it was like a new review every 2 days. It was craziness. Oh my god, this storm is gonna last forever. No! But yeah, people used to look it up, and then like, because she would update her reviews so often because she would always be buying these books from Amazon and then reviewing them. And so we would go to school the next day and be like, oh my god, did you see what this teacher, what her review was about, you know, love and T-Rexes? Isn't that an actual thing, like, taken by the T-Rex? Amazon books are crazy. I want one. It is actually a life goal of mine, like a personal life goal of mine, to publish a book one day. Not that I would tell you guys. That'd be a cool VTuber goal, actually. To publish a book. Love and VTubing. I need a scientific study on VTubers. Like, how do their brains work? What makes you... I need a documentary. I think there has been a documentary, but like not a big one. I need like a TLC show. A docu-series. Like Tiger King. But with VTubers. Loving what? T-Rexes. We need another writer in Nexas. I don't know. Writing might also just be a hobby I keep for myself. Writing, I feel like writing on stream would be so crazy. I do love writing, though. I love English. Why my music stop? Okay. Wants to make a paper on VTuber. Sadly, he's busy finishing his degree. Aww. Well, maybe when he's done with his degree. I also like academia. That's kind of what drew me to Nexus. It's the academia aspect of it. Because I love studying and I love school. And I love, what's it called? Studying, school, college. Dare I say, I like writing essays. I know. Kind of gross. Had a presentation today. I don't hate presentations. I'm pretty, you know, unless it's a group presentation. Because I'm always the bitch that ends up doing it by myself. Because the rest of my classmates are too lazy. I'll push it off to the last second. But I will do it. I did do my presentation, my slideshow last night at like 11 p.m. Oh my god, can you guys hear the thunder outside? Yeah, presentations aren't bad. I've actually never been like, even though I'm an introvert and I was very shy growing up, I actually don't think I've ever like struggled with any kind of like stage fright or like performance anxiety. I was not nervous for debut. I don't think I've ever been nervous for a stream in my life. Maybe my first ever debut. Maybe. I'm gonna turn this sketch opacity down. Actually, this is a lot easier to see where I'm working now. This is turning out cute. I think you guys are gonna like this one. And we'll use this for all of my art streams. Maybe we'll do like one art stream a week. And then I can work on my art school homework while I'm doing it. And then, but I'll do like a Nexas sketch in there so that I actually have something I can show you guys. Because my art school stuff, it will not be able to show you guys. Because, you know, what if my school posts it and then doxes me? Hee hee. I don't know. We're having random conversations today, guys. That's kind of what I do, though. One topic leads to another, leads to another, leads to another. Been enjoying Charlie's streams. Charlie's streams are so cool. I love how they, like, get chat involved. I don't want to steal their idea with, like, the design my OC thing. But it might be cool to, like, have chat, like, pick my colors. Like, maybe, like, have a blank thing with, like, line art and have you guys pick my colors. Or I could have just asked them if I can steal their idea. I think it would also be fun to do, like, art collabs, like, streams with, I think Momo has talked about it before. Rosalie might be up for it. I've mentioned it before. I'm, like, really shy. So, I want to collab, but I'm not someone who collabs with people often. Because I'm just shy. So, yeah. I do want to get more into doing collabs. We're gonna add some hatching to this. Make it look more like a comic. I'm definitely, like, experimenting with more styles lately. Because I'm very paranoid about starting my art classes and not being good. Not being good compared to my classmates. It's been a while since I've actually been in, like, formal art school. I've kind of just been doing online classes for the past, like, year. While I do my certificate, and it's scary. Get some hatching in here. I love Clip Studio Paint. I might do, because I do want to do a lot of, I've mentioned before, I want to do educational content. On my channel, not, like, fully, like, you know, A, B, C. I don't want all of my content to be educational. But I might do, like, art advice for beginners. Which is, you know, not a new concept at all. That definitely exists. But content is content, guys. In case people don't know where to start, you know? Like, I don't know. There's tons of, like, videos of advice out there. But I feel like the more perspectives people have on it, it's better for them. Oh my god, this song sucks. Yeah, just give us anything. I definitely want to be making more YouTube videos. I love YouTube and making YouTube videos. I'm gonna be streaming on YouTube. So, you know how it is. Should probably save this. Save. I have not saved yet. Always save your work, guys, in case your stuff dies in the middle of it. Oh my god, I used to do animations a lot. And I used to do film festivals, actually. With my animations, I used to do a lot of, film festivals, competitions, stuff like that. And, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. You would not believe how many times my programs would just crash in the middle of what I was doing. It was absolutely tragic. Oh my god, Clip Studio Paint has this feature called Vector Brush. Basically, what vectors are is instead of calculating every line as a series of pixels, it calculates the... what am I saying? The lines are made from, like, mathematical equations. Which means that you can easily resize them. That's, like, the main purpose of vectors. And so Clip Studio Paint has a vector brush mode, and it, like, lets you erase, like, whole lines at once. And it's so convenient. Like, right now I'm drawing a pen in my hand. And it's... I don't know, guys. It's very... I'm, like, getting emotional how much I love this tool. It's, like, the best invention ever. Clip Studio Paint is the best program in the world. I love it. I will never switch to anything else ever. I was a Photoshop girly for a while. But not anymore. No longer. I'm really hoping that me taking, like, a 2-week break from making content isn't, gonna kill my momentum on my YouTube channel. This is so random. Yeah, Adobe has, Illustrator is their vector program, and Photoshop is their raster program. I am very proficient in both. I've worked more in Illustrator, I would say, in an academic setting. And also, I used to take logo commissions. Not anymore. I feel like logos are not my strong point, my strong suit. This hand looks like shit. Maybe we're just gonna hide it behind the... We're just gonna hide this hand. Actually. Listen. We're just gonna hide it behind the tablet. It's fine. And nobody has to know that the hand looks like shit. Okay. I got it. Okay. 2 weeks is a long time. Yeah, it's just because usually I'm able to recover from stuff like that. But I've definitely been more paranoid because, how long has it been? July 25th. How many? That's 2 weeks now, right? Ah! It's storming. It's scary. Yeah, it's 2 weeks. And, well, TikTok, I know TikTok won't punish me. TikTok does not care. You cannot upload on TikTok for, like, 3 years, and you'll go in and your next video will have 10k views. TikTok is... I know a lot of people don't like TikTok, a lot of streamers don't like it, but honestly, it's a great tool. And I don't know, maybe people are worried about getting children in their streams, but I mean, that's not my concern. Plus, TikTok is used by 1 billion people daily. 1 billion. That's like that's an eighth of the world population daily. I feel like if you don't use TikTok, you kind of miss out on a lot of free exposure. You can quite literally, and I was telling my gen mates this, you can post the most bullshit slop to TikTok and get to 10k in probably less than 6 months. If you're consistent with it and do it every day. Which I'm not, and I will not pretend to be. You can post garbage slop on TikTok and still do well. TikTok does not care. As long as you're uploading videos, TikTok does not care. Okay, let me go over... This line art is looking good! Oh my goodness! I'm kind of tempted to make this look like it's been drawn by watercolor or like a marker. because I've gone with a kind of comic inspired line art. Here's a little trick, guys. The lines that are closest to the viewer will be thicker. It's really good at showing, like, what's in the foreground without being too weird about it. And I'm gonna go around the entire perimeter of this with a big, chunky brush to give it kind of an outline. Probably could have done this at the end, but I'm gonna do it now. Get that line variation in there. This is fun. I haven't drawn in a comic style in a hot second. And I'm listening to YouTube music right now. Guys, I don't care what anybody says about, oh, I use Spotify, I use Pandora. First of all, if you're using Pandora, you need to be in a nursing home. Or like people who don't want to pay for like YouTube Premium. I've had YouTube Premium for a year. I cannot go back. Even with the ad blocker thing, like I know you can get ad blockers, but having access to YouTube Music, oh my god, life-changing. YouTube Music and ad-free watching. This is not a plug for YouTube Premium. But I can't go back because I like to watch YouTube videos on my TV too. So on my Switch or on my Chromecast. And it just, I can't deal with YouTube ads anymore. And it's really good for watching YouTube streams too. If you don't like dealing with ads. Oh my god! I have my headphones on so loud right now and I can still hear the thunder. I'm not even a huge, like, I'm not scared of thunder. It's mostly lightning that I'm scared of. And I know I'm safe in my house. But I don't like seeing it. Keep it away from me. I don't want to see it. Oh, this looks so good right now, guys. I'm not even gonna lie. The only reason I don't like TikTok is because it tracks your data. Literally, quite literally everything you have takes your data. It's like these same people who, they refuse to use TikTok, but then they'll use Facebook. The illusion that any of our data is safe anymore, I feel like we need to be like, come on guys. None of our data is safe anymore. I don't trust Mark Zuckerberg with my shit any more than I trust, you know, ByteDance with my shit. Oh my god, this line art looks really good! This is the first time in a while I've been proud of my line art. I don't mind watching ads. It does help the creator, but so does YouTube Premium, actually. When you have YouTube Premium, a portion of that goes towards the whoever you watch. Like, what would be your ad revenue for that month goes towards the streamers. You can see it, as creators, you can see it in your YouTube partner dashboard thing. Like, what, percentage of your stuff goes towards, came from, like, YouTube Premium, came from, like, ads, stuff like that. Ad revenue on YouTube is not bad, not gonna lie. I actually, hold on, I'm gonna turn my music down. It's really distracting me. YouTube actually recently gave me a free Domino's gift card for being a YouTube partner on one of my other channels. We're not there yet with the Vera channel. We'll get there. It's easier now than when I got into the partner program. But yeah, I just had some Domino's today because they sent it out to a few partners. Apparently it wasn't everybody. I looked it up on Twitter. Not everybody got a code, which I don't know why they did, but whatever. Okay, you know what? I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to do an underpainting. I think that'll give this a really nice comic look. So I think we're gonna make the base of this orange. Because I'm a very orange girl. Orange. And then what we're gonna do is take a painting brush. And we're gonna go in with different shades of orange. And just paint over top of it. Oh, this is laggy. And add some more dimension. I don't know if I have a good painting brush. Whatever, we're gonna do it anyways with a regular brush, and then we'll just blend it out. Painting brush. Let's get some like reds in here. I've only used this technique probably 2 or 3 times. Some yellows. And then we're just gonna go in with like a painterly blender. That's exactly what it's called apparently. And just smudge all of this to make it look like I painted it. And then we're going to basically do the flat colors on top of this and then just turn the opacity down. And what that does is actually I hate how this looks. Okay, hold on. Technical difficulties. I don't like how it looks. And then we're going to go in with regular colors, and we're just going to turn down the opacity a little bit so you can see the underpainting underneath. It's a really easy method to add some texture. If you want it to look a little bit more varied. Okay, yeah, this is better. Just gonna make some like random brush marks, strokes, whatever. When it gets really big, it does not like it, my program. The color palette I'm using right now is very Charlie-esque, reminiscent of them. This is fun though. I'm just like kind of just going all over the place. I'm going crazy. Oh my god, this is a guy on TikTok, and he keeps calling. He says he's Kazakhstan US, and he goes 2024 music. It's so funny. I'm very easily entertained. Okay, I think underpainting is good. We don't need any more of that. We'll just do like a regular skin tone on top of this. I'll just paint on top of that. Hi Kiko senpai. Hi. Okay. Well, I've got a skin tone. We're gonna do a little bit of blush. Just a little bit. I don't need that much. You know what? I'm gonna use a painting brush for the rest of this too, I think. And then we're just gonna go in, take a darker skin tone, and do the shadows with a painting brush. It's not gonna look super painterly, but it'll look like messy. It'll look like a comic, I think. Comic adjacent, let's say. Hello, everybody coming in. I'm just working on a sketch right now. So I have a thumbnail for future art streams. I'm gonna put some shadow under the eyes. Kind of looks like I'm I'm a little bit depressed. Yeah, we're just gonna go loose and fast with this. Not worry too much about it. So that takes away the fun. Where's the shadow coming from? Where's the light source? I don't know. We're just gonna be crazy. Yeah, I think art streams would definitely be a better thing to do on YouTube. When that time is here. But unfortunately it's not. So. And I'm also trying out new things. All of us kind of are. I know this week I'm only streaming at 9 p.m. Eastern, which maybe isn't the greatest time because everybody's streaming at this time. But I will definitely be trying out some new, some like different streaming times. Probably next week. Morning streams, really late night streams. Because I feel like I've been streaming at the same time. And that, like, really limits my stuffs. But it's the only time I'm available right now. I'm so busy. Would be cool to put some screen tone on this. Some halftone filters. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I might bring this into Procreate and see what I can do. Procreate has... One thing I really like about Procreate is the features. I just don't use it much because, I just... it's too small of a screen. It's only... My iPad's only 10 inches. This one's 13. Which is fine. I have really small, hands when I'm not in, hero mode. But... This is really cute so far. Overlap is unavoidable. I know that, but I think trying to branch out to different time zones isn't a bad thing either. Especially because I think a lot of my streams when I do start school are going to have to be in the morning. I made my hair too dark. Which I always do. I have like a really weird shade of hair. Correction layer. Luminosity. Okay. The problem with having orange and brown hair is brown is just dark orange, and it's really hard to find. Like I said, one of my biggest pet peeves in art is like contrast issues, and it's really hard sometimes to find like the right oranges and browns that don't interact with each other in a bad way and like look too muddy, you know? Such like a minor issue too. Oh, my hair's too brown and orange. Yes, the AniLive community is very small. It's growing apparently, but it's still pretty small. That's what we were told. That's growing. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I'm excited to stream on YouTube, but I will probably also be doing like multi-stream. So I'll stream on YouTube and just kind of treat AniLive like Twitter Spaces. If you want to tune in on AniLive, if you're on the go or something, then feel free. I'll probably still check AniLive chat. But yeah, I'm excited for YouTube stuff. I like gaming. I want to play games. This is turning out really good. Like, really cute. I think you guys were like this. Okay, so I have the outfit that I gave myself is a t-shirt with kind of like an, a tank top on top. Kind of like an overall. Like, imagine an overall type thing. What color should it be? I think the shirt will be white, but I don't know what color the overall should be. Maybe blue? We're not going to use a straight up black for this pen. We're going to use a nice dark cobalt. Same with this tablet. We're going to use dark. Did I say light cobalt? It's like a dark blue gray cobalt color. I don't know. It looks like it's black because the rest of the image is very light. But if I went in with just straight black, it would look really weird. Don't use pure blacks or pure whites unless you're adding like highlights in the eyes. Okay, I think we're gonna do like a white shirt. And then do I want to do... Let's do green. Let's do a green, like, smock. It's not really a smock. It's like a tank top thing. And guys, sorry, I don't have big hands in this drawing. I know that's kind of crazy. It's a little bit hard to draw with big hands, if you can imagine. Okay. Let's do a... We'll do a light... Oh, this is perfect. Perfect. It's like a light army green, if you could call that, but it's like a light... Well, light sage. Let's go with sage green. You guys will see. I'll post it on twitter.com. And then we'll just go over the whole thing with a little bit of shading. You're not supposed to use black for shading. My answer to that is use black with the overlay blending mode on, and it ends up working really well if you just need like really quick shadows. It's not the best, but it's better than a multiply layer on like neon purple, like everybody did on Tumblr in like 2015. Smile. Hehehe. Okay, we are approaching the finish line here. I don't think I'm actually going to color the line art either. I think it looks fine how it is. It adds... Having black line art is a very, like, comic booky thing, I think. Oh my goodness, this storm, guys. The storms here never get bad. Like, I feel like every time I mention storms, people are like, be safe, be safe. The storms here are never bad. I'm just a pussy. I'm scared. Okay, this is turning out really cute. And we'll use this thumbnail for art streams now. You know what? You know what will really add to the comicness of this? First of all, we're going to add a bright white highlight to the eyes. I didn't add a highlight yet. I think it usually ties everything together pretty well. Because I always make the eyes a little bit off-white. So the highlight stands out more. That's okay. And then we're going to go through this, and we're going to do a rim light. We'll do like a yellow rim light. I don't know what brush I was using for the line art. I think it was this one. Oh my god. Guys, it's turning out so cute. When I post this on twitter.com, please will like it. Okay. Sorry, I'm like in the zone right now. Okay. And then I'll just add like a yellow background. And then maybe we'll do some color balancing, and I think we'll be done. Oh my god, guys. The best song ever just came on. I'm a firm believer that the song... I don't even know who sings it. Unwritten by Natasha Bedingfield. The rest is still unwritten. Hi, Argo. I'm a firm believer that this is the best song ever written. It's so good. Oh, I didn't turn off the thing for, the underpainting to show through yet. Open up the dirty window. Let the sound illuminate the words that you cannot find. It's so funny. Oh, shit. What did I do? Feel the rain on your skin. It's such a good song. I don't care. Okay, I'm looking at it. I think it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good to me. Oh shit, I dropped my phone. My other phone. My real phone, not my streaming phone. Okay, let's do a quick white outline. Whee! Go Vera, artist Vera time. Guys, I didn't even mention in my audition that I did art. I can't imagine. I'm sorry, Staff Son, if you're like, what the fuck? She does art. I was very paranoid that I was gonna be just used for my art, so I just kind of never told anybody. Feel the rain on your skin. Sorry, guys, I'm listening. Unwritten, so good. Guys, I can't. It's the brain worms. The worms, they're gonna eat my brains. Okay. Do I need to add anything else? What am I doing? I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. Oh. I think I did the line art in blue instead of black. So we're gonna go over this with black. Yeah, I did. I knew something looked off. And then we'll do one little color balance pass. I don't think I'm gonna need to change it that much. Correction layer. Color balance. Okay. Just even out the colors a little bit if they're a little bit disjointed. I think some of this definitely needed more blue, more cyan. Okay. I think we're good. I think we're good. I think I'm gonna stop messing with this. So let me save this, and then I'll post it on twitter.com. Not x.com. No, no, no. Not x.com. And, yeah, this other one, we are going to, discard it. Because I don't want it. I don't like it. Okay. Gonna send it to myself. I gotta be quick with this. And we'll post it on twitter.com. I think twitter.com saying the full government name is funny for some reason. Peace from today's art stream. Thank you all for tuning in. Never really drawn on stream, but I had a lot of fun with this. Okay, it's posted. Go look, go look. Yes, it will be a thumbnail in the future. It will be a thumbnail next time we do an art stream. Maybe we'll do it next week. I don't know what we're gonna do next week. But yeah, it is up. So thank you guys for tuning in to my art stream today. Tomorrow I'm doing Duolingo, which I know some people don't like. I know some people think it's a little bit boring. But I'm gonna be doing French and Japanese and maybe a little bit of the music too. I know there's like music Duolingo now. So yeah, we're gonna be doing Duolingo tomorrow. Same time, 9 p.m. Eastern. We're doing 9 p.m. Eastern all this week. And then on Thursday we'll just have a Zatsudan, because my semester will be finished on Thursday. And then on Sunday we're gonna have an epic harmonica concert. I don't know how long that's going to last. I might just switch it to be karaoke, but I do have a harmonica and it is very cursed. I don't know how to play it. Somebody gifted it to me. Apparently it's a very high quality harmonica. It was like $30. I don't know. But yeah, that's the art stream. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I had a lot of fun actually. So, yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, 9 p.m. EDT. Okay, bye! Con Vera, everybody! Con Vera!